communication involves effective delivery of message. And when we talk about message, the message has to be effective. Effective message needs to have three factors involved. First of all, the message has to carry the credible sources. And credible sources, it's just the sources that the listener, to his knowledge, believes that it's true. It's useless to talk about the sources that are very well known around the world, but the listener has no knowledge of. In other words, making the source which is very close to the listener's ears. The second thing is what we call the capability of the listener to capture that message. And that varies with ages. It varies with whether the listener is sick or not sick. If you are selling the health product to the listener who are sick, then bear that in mind, that the message has to be in line and soft to communicate with that person. And if, for example, the listener is a young person, and if, for example, he does not have much education, then the message has to be very simple, with story, with exact, true story. And also, the last thing, it concerns with the picture words. The picture word is something that helps the listener to understand in an imaginary situation, like real, like what is happening. The picture word is the word that describes in the mentality of the listener what's happening now. If you are the fundraisers for example, refugee camp, then you would describe the situation of vulnerability of the refugees, refugees, in terms of how they're suffering now. For example, you are telling the listener that the refugees are traveling in a normally a boat that only loads 10 people, but to them, 100 of them, 10 times than the number of people the boat would take. And imagine there is a big waves and storms, and these people, they have to choose whether to stay or to jump in order to make the boat lighter, and therefore avoid sinking, and therefore rescue others. And they confront with the situation which they have to stay inside the boat or to jump, and the result would make no difference if they stay and if they jump. So there's some sort of picture words that you can tell the listener so he can listen to and agree. And these are the three elements or the three factors of effective messages. Once again, number one, it is the credibility, the source credibility. The second thing is the what we call the capability to receive the message of the listener. And according to the research, the listener can receive the message and load it and maintain it very well in the first 60 seconds of the talk. And the third thing, and the last thing, is what we call it's also considered the effective communication, and it's very important. It's the picture words. And this is the part where the speaker like to tell story when they are trying to lobby or to convince the listener to take in their fact, their version of